Trash to Cash Podcast, episode 201. Hello, Carrie.
Fastest growing reselling podcast in the world. Allegedly. We don't know.
Only because I fix all the problems.
Leather daddies.
Yeah, yes. Where's
Is this like a Halloween episode?
where my furries at? You guys got your tails in? Tails ready?
Wait, do they go in?
Yeah, they go in.
I have,
They do go in. Exactly. Right?
Is that how they wear them? Is it
Yeah,
like a
bro, you didn't know that?
plug
I'm
scenario?
99. I haven't gone and tugged,
And then
but
they
like
do
I
like
just
a little-
assumed.
what the heck are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. Everybody sends me
We're
messages.
talking about
you missed this. You
yeah,
missed
we're
this.
talking about
I'm glad.
butt plug tails.
Episode 201. How you doing,
got some
guys?
about that.
How are you doing? So we did our live podcast. We have not done like a real episode of this show in like a month. So I don't even remember how it works.
But don't tell them that.
I
They
was
don't know
like
that.
crazy bummed out because I scheduled a busy day for myself. Imagine that, right? And I do a live a clothing show, and I sell for a couple hours, and I give a bunch of stuff to Rad Relics for next to nothing. So I'm sure we'll be seeing comments about how he made. So much money off of
he
me.
loves.
Looking forward to that.
He does his love to gloat allegedly.
Yes.
That's two I've done.
And
already.
then I did a card show with Carrie for an hour and a half. And then I took like a 20-minute break because my dad was coming over to deliver a golf cart. Carrie, you got to come over and ride the golf cart sometime.
Yes,
It's good fun,
yes.
Yeah, it's like he's got this new hobby of repairing golf carts, right? And
Ooh.
so he's been repairing.
So
one
he'll be
for
selling
me.
some. So if I want one,
Yeah, potentially, yeah. So
What do
he
you
likes
do?
to find broken
What's your
ones. and fix them up.
old man thing you do, Kevin? Do you like whittle sticks or something?
Yeah.
sit under the tree.
He sits under the
Sip
tree.
some
Well, so I had
pineapple jam.
him install little Christmas lights and stuff, Carrie. So we were riding it like now that it's cooled off because it's the evening. It's actually quite therapeutic to just ride
Christmas
around.
lights.
Yeah, you'll have to see when you come down.
Have you figured out all the
down.
proper hand signals for turning, for stopping?
It's got
for
turn
doing
signals.
U-turns?
It's got
Oh, it
all that
does.
stuff. Yeah, it's got all that stuff.
Exactly.
It's street
That's
legal,
no
baby.
fun.
It's fun.
No. I'm a stickler for hand signals, even if we have. I want us to be street legal.
So he delivered
I
that.
do want NOS. Do you put
and,
NOS on it?
Yeah, no, it's very slow. It's not very fast.
Oh.
It's old. It's old as crap. It's like 1995 or something. It's like, but he can take these really old crappy golf carts and make them run good, and that's all that really matters. So
Can he soup them up, like make them look good? Because
Yeah.
that's all my wife cares
Yeah,
about.
he can make
she
them
wants
look
something
good.
to look good.
potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
What are
So-
you looking for? Like, what's a good-looking car for you, Kevin? Like a Buick Regal,
No, for him it's a
No.
LeBaron, for
a
sure.
Chrysler,
Chrysler
a Chrysler LeBaron with the
convertible.
like
Convertible.
a nice paisley, like what is that, yellow or whatever, with the car phone in it, so you can make calls and stuff
What
and
are
be a
the-
businessman.
What is the name of it? What are those cars that look like trucks? Those old ones they used to have. They're cars low to the ground.
Oh,
but
El
they have a
Camino?
truck bed.
Oh yes,
El Camino. Give me an El Camino.
Yeah.
There we go.
Paint it like
That'd be
neon
good.
blue and
He could
green.
fit a lot of dog
Neon
cages.
blue.
in the-
El Camino.
He could fit a lot of dog cages in the
That'd be good.
back. which
Yeah,
would be good
and you
for
can
what he
fit dogs
does.
in the. Yeah, they got the passenger
Kevin,
seat
can
for
we
dogs
talk
as well.
about your ice cream truck that you've been driving around at 9 p.m. in Virginia?
Yeah.
Huh?
Where are
Does
the
anyone
windows?
understand? Does anyone
Where are the
understand the
windows?
context of that? Is anyone down that rabbit hole on TikTok right now where
No,
like
I don't even know what we're talking about.
I
just thought
think
we were,
it's all fake, but like everyone keeps saying there's like a creepy serial killer driving around at 9 p.m. in Virginia and abducting people. And so I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so make sure your kids don't go
It's
buy
past
ice cream at
9,
9
so
p.m.
make sure everybody's all. Yeah. No.
Ice cream truck.
I don't know.
At 9
I
PM
think it's well. That's why it's weird. And I've seen a few videos of an ice cream truck driving around at 9 p.m. That is creepy. Like I,
was
don't know if
at-
it's real though.
I was at Walmart
was
today, and did you know there's off-brand Otter Pops?
I don't even know
like,
what
if
an
you
otter
need a
pop
off-
is in the first place.
You don't know what an Otter Pop is?
No, I'll Google it.
Imagine a bag full of liquid
Oh,
and
yes,
coloring,
yes,
and
yes,
then
yes, yes.
frozen. Why do we
That-
need an off-brand of that? It's already as simple
There's
as
got
it
to
gets.
be more than one off brand
I
of
know.
that. There's got to be more. I would think. My kids eat those things all the time.
Yeah, I'm
We
gonna
had
start.
an ice
I'm gonna
cream
start
man.
fasting if I can't afford a Otter box or Otter box. I don't want to get. Sorry, don't take all of them off eBay.
We
I
used to
didn't
just
post
call
any
them freeze
Otter
pops,
Pops.
Carrie. We called them freeze pops when I was
See
growing
that?
up.
We call them
That's just what
Otter
we called
Pops. Otter Pops.
We had an ice cream man in Southern California. If you're out there listening, you drove the red ice cream truck down Avenue
think he's
D in
listening.
Bryant. he would come and he would sell.
He's
You know,
Kevin
definitely
thinks
dead.
he's much more famous than
yeah,
he is.
he's been long gone, 20 to 50 years at this point.
you know, they put the gubble bum, the
Kevin's
the
favorite
bubble
kind of
gum
bum.
eyeballs.
Yeah,
in the ghosts.
maybe it was Logan Murphy who was driving it.
Ah.
But he would sell us ice cream. I get the strawberry shortcake, and then I like the ghost with the bubblegum eyes. But he would, after we were all done, and like the little kids would go away, he'd be like, "Dude, you want a pocket knife?" And then he'd pull out all his pocket knives and try to sell his pocket knives. Like, what in the world?
Yes.
So the red ice
I
cream
love it.
truck had the best prices, but you had to deal with
A traveling-
the upselling.
A traveling fight club, basically, but we can't talk about it.
Yeah.
The white one only came by every once a week. The red guy came by every day.
Well, anyways, what I was saying, I don't know how we got off on this side tangent.
No,
is
eBay, reselling.
I took like
Go.
the 20-minute break for the
Yeah,
golf
big
cart,
topics.
and then I went and I
eBay
did
Open
a show with
2025.
Carrie. We
It
did
was
a single
online.
show, a Marvel single show. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
Marvel single show.
No, Marvel single show. I
And then we
knew
did
this
a
was going to
break.
happen if you guys did a
And
show
then we did a
today.
break.
Yeah.
And
then
we did a break.
So much news.
Listen,
Sports cards,
there's news,
sports
Kevin.
cards
The news
are
is
life.
the news is I don't know if you've been watching our little chat group, our little chat. Dude, I pulled a William Shatner autograph.
Yeah, but I looked at that autograph. It looks nothing like. First of all, it has 3 different things
He's
on it.
94.
And it
Has
looks nothing
inscriptions.
like William Shatner.
He's
on there at all.
94.
Yeah.
You couldn't make William Shatner out of that if you tried.
I don't know.
It's
he's
like the
old.
auto pin.
I don't know
It's
how
auto-pin
well
William
people
Shatner.
write when they're that old. I think like how.
Dude, look at it. Am I right? Can you pull it up? Can you show the screen? There's 3 different things.
It's an
Tell me if this
inscription,
looks
William
like William
Shatner.
Shatner.
You know, it's better than a lot of autographs
Okay.
I've seen, to be honest.
It says Don Carter, which is the character's name in the episode.
Oh, okay.
At the bottom.
So there you go. That makes a little.
And then at
bit
the
of
top,
sense.
that's
Okay.
supposed to be the William Shatner right there.
It
I
looks
don't
like
know what
A.
his auto
Walton,
looks like.
but-
Yeah,
So who he signed the character's name himself?
himself
it's an
and the
inscription.
character's
Double.
name. Yeah,
Wow.
it's an inscription.
And he's
auto.
still alive, which is
94.
good because
Yeah.
yeah.
I gotta. I mean, I might keep it as the problem, but it's like a
shouldn't-
$600 auto.
We shouldn't
Until
talk
he
about
Bob
actors
Barker's on
who
us.
are old that are still alive, because we
true.
should just not mention it and let them.
He'll live, dude. He's Star Trek. He's figured it out.
He's figured
Those
it out. Yeah.
Leonard
Live
Nimoy's
long
up
and
there
prosper.
just sending messages back. To
He
him
lived a
saying,
long
"Look,
time,
dude, This is
too.
what you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did.
His
You
auto's
can do
worth
that.
crazy
I can't
money.
do that hand thing. I don't know. That,
You can't do this. Can you do
Nope.
this?
I couldn't even. I'd have to have rubber bands. I have. Yeah. I can't.
You know who Randy Tomlin is, Carrie?
Can't do it.
You ever heard that name? Randy
The
Tomlin?
pitcher, or was he
Yeah.
on like the Pirates or something?
The Pirates, back when Leland would smoke a pack a day in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dugout. He was my coach for a little while, but he threw a pitch called the Vulcan. Instead of a splitter, he threw the Vulcan. That was his changeup.
Wow.
Yeah. There you go.
I
See how
I
tied
agree
it into
though.
baseball?
I agree that his auto is weird, but his auto has always been weird. For some reason, William Shatner's auto always seems to start with an A. I don't understand it. Like I'm looking at his other
William is
autos.
middle name?
Aaron. Yeah.
Maybe
Aaron
Williams his
or
number
something.
middle name. We should look
Yeah.
that up. Should we Google?
What's William?
Nobody
ChatGPT.
cares. So what's the card worth?
$500-600
Dave?
bucks. $500 to $600
Five,
bucks,
six
yeah.
hundred bucks. Okay, and that information came from Rod, so it's reliable.
Well, and I comped it myself. But yes,
okay.
yeah.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's not the best
you comped
auto.
that brick that's still.
It's
sitting
not the
there.
best auto. Like there was
Oh, interesting. William Shatner's real name is William Shatner.
why does
He's
his
born
auto
in
start with an A?
Montreal, Quebec.
Oh, he's a Canadian.
Maybe-
That makes a lot of sense then.
Maybe it's the like he does like that for.
Yeah,
the
it's like
W.
A. It's like A. William Shatner.
Hey, William Shatner here. Hello, live long and prosper.
No, that's not.
Anyways,
William Shatner.
so let's go, Kevin. I want you to know that Kevin's like all excited. There's a bunch of
Yes.
eBay and reselling news.
I'm
I know none
fine,
of it.
I won't.
So
I'll
so
save
no
it
no no.
for
Listen
Flipper
listen.
Channel.
Hold on. Let me finish my sentence. Gosh, I was gonna say I know none of it. So you've got
Yeah,
an audience
Tell
who
us-
can like receive the
tell
news
us-
and
I don't have
react
the notes
in
to
a real
this.
way.
Tell us about how
I
we can
remember all.
now. What can we do? We can put our cost of goods in the listing.
Yeah, that's not that big a deal. Not for
It's
me.
pretty
It is a
exciting,
big
though.
deal though for
It's
people
pretty
who
exciting.
use the accrual method. That's a big deal
Yeah.
for them. Which
Yeah.
True.
they should just
Okay.
scrap that entirely and just use
Yeah.
cash, and then you're good.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
don't have to use
That's,
that.
Well, okay. So
Counting-
what other news?
Accounting
I just
tips
thought
from
I'd
Kevin.
Throw that in there.
News. More news. Reselling news. Go.
Oh man, you're putting me on the spot. Okay, what's the
Who's
biggest
the
one?
CEO of eBay? It was like somebody new that I hadn't heard of,
No.
Meg Delcom.
like William William.
I knew someone with that name in high school.
Yeah, wasn't
so
it? What's the guy? The Coca-Cola guy from the 80s? Is he the CEO now?
What?
You know who I'm talking about? The famous guy that was the big-time CEO in the 80s.
Oh, Mark
CEO?
Cuban.
Oh,
It's
gosh,
Jamie
who am I thinking of?
Lenano. It's Jamie Lenone.
Iannone.
He took the role in
Iannone.
2020.
But that's
Oh,
not
he
new.
did?
That's my point. What do you?
Well, it's
no,
new as of
Is
Carrie's
it Meg
trolling
Whitman? Is Meg
people.
Whitman still the CEO? I have her autograph on a card, guys. If anybody's interested.
I didn't realize he was so short. I saw him. A lot of people took pictures with him. They were out. Lots of the
Vertically
big wigs were all
challenged,
well.
Kevin.
I mean, he's probably taller than
Vertically
me.
challenged.
How tall
Like, what
is
is
he?
the-
Look him up.
Is that? Can we just vote? Is that the lamest reseller flex you can have? Is a picture with the CEO of eBay?
Oh, come on, man.
Or is there? I guess it could be. It could be Bonanza. We could have a
You are
selfie
on
with
a
Kevin. That would
podcast
be
with-
depressing.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Anyways, the point I was making earlier is
Speaking
when
of
I was
banana.
done with the break, I forgot we had to do this podcast because I've
What do you
done
mean you
6 hours
forgot?
of auctions
I
today.
told you
was tired.
on the-
I was all excited that I was
Davey
going to get to go to bed.
tie-tie.
I'm like, oh crap, we got to do a stupid, crappy garbage podcast.
See, I think of it
now
different.
that
I'm like,
everyone
I get to
hates.
spend time with my dear sweet friends. That's what I
And
think.
I got to be like, Kevin has eyes that shine like the moon.
Like a diamond.
Not related.
Oh, dude, look at that. That was
Shine.
weird. Don't do that again.
Shine bright.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Me and Carrie were talking about skinwalkers.
Yeah,
Like that
and I said we
haunt
can't
the forest.
No, we're not.
And
I live
Kevin,
in the
like,
forest. Stop it.
Kevin kind of looks like he's wearing someone's skin with
Oh.
all the like Botox.
Dude, you
he
think
gets
it's
and
just
stuff.
like a long con from a skinwalker
Do
to
you
get
know?
us?
Do you know how much money Kevin spends on Botox?
None.
It's a
Are we
lot.
talking
It's
above the belt or
$600 a
below
month.
the belt?
600 a month.
What are we on, the new scam for the next 100 episode? Speaking of,
need
I
to
got
think of some stuff.
Nosferatu, who I don't even know who he is commenting on my videos. That one of you
I
is
love
doing this.
It's
One
not
of you-
us.
Somebody
No,
out
we've
there in
inspired-
Trash to
Kevin,
Cash
you
world
have
is
to
trolling.
understand we
people.
have many loyal, brilliant people that
have
take our
clever,
advice
creative
and
followers.
seize it.
That see,
Yeah, and, they take the time
they
to make
see
an
they see the shilling that you do, and they're just trying to counteract it.
I think it's good. It's
Although
really good.
there has been a decrease in the very attractive Eastern European women comments on my videos, and my
Why
videos
is
have
that?
been doing better.
Oh
now.
well, I've had a massive decrease in views, so I'm also on the road.
I don't
of
know. I looked at your
decreasing.
channel today. I had a little time, and I'm like, oh, there was a couple videos that popped in there. And then they go down. And, you know,
Wait, I mean, I don't know. I don't care. I'm just doing my thing, guys. So watch it if
Doing
you
my
want
thing.
to. Don't if you don't. It's all right. I love
That's
you no
when you
matter
reach.
what.
That's when you reach
I'm in
content
Zen.
creation zen. Is when you don't.
I'm there.
care.
I don't check my grade, my ratings.
Yeah, didn't I tell
check
you the other
nothing.
day I had like a 1 or something? You're like, oh,
I was like,
I
oh.
forgot you could do that. And
I
look.
forgot you could
like,
check
what?
how they. I don't look at all. Like
I
literally,
still have that
at all,
edge.
don't look.
I still want to be number 1. I want to be the very best.
I had two.
As long
ones at
as
the
I
same
No
keep
one
time.
ever
getting
was.
ad offers for the cooking channel, nothing
Pokemon.
matters.
I got that in my head on accident now.
Oh, did I fix
man.
Kevin's thing so it's not on echo cancellation? I should just make sure. Yeah, we're good.
Oh
We're
my
good.
goodness! All
So
right.
yeah,
Okay,
go over
so-
what's some more eBay Open stuff, like more hot news
Yeah,
off
so
the
I'm
presses. It
trying to
happened
think,
5 days
like,
ago. Let's hear it now. Which this comes out in 2
the-
days. It'll be 7 days late.
This is well. This is probably
We did
good
a
for
live
Dave
where
here.
we talked
Auto
about
feedback.
it. We did a live where we talked about it.
Oh, we did talk about it a
No,
little.
we did not talk.
Yeah,
about
we did. We talked about 100%. We talked about the new eBay AI responding. We talked.
Yeah, we talked about that. That's
Yeah,
why.
we talked about a
But
couple.
what
of
if
the
what
things.
if AI is like giving answers, and then you have to deal with those problem
They're
customers
not though. You
buying your
get to
stuff
choose.
now?
You get to like they give you choices.
You
I
ask
haven't
me
seen
what
it pop
the
up on
measurements
mine yet.
are. I'm not selling it to you. Right?
know
You
who's
ask any
amazing?
question, I don't want to sell.
Mike Metco meetups is amazing.
I didn't-
Mike
he is.
Metco,
There's a-
thank
he
you for the
is.
super chat.
Oh yes, no
Yeah.
doubt.
He super chatted a big old $200, $1 an episode,
That's
which actually is a
insane.
bargain.
Only way.
It's
Yeah.
a bargain.
The
guys.
only way
Actually,
I could feel
everyone needs
stronger
to pay
about
$1 per past episode.
Yeah, I feel like the only way we could feel stronger about somebody who watches our videos, our what is this, a podcast, correct?
Yeah, it's a
is
podcast.
if somebody gave more, right? That'd be the only way.
201. Who will do it? Mike Metco is a
201,
man
and we'll
about
just-
town. He's everywhere.
Let's have guys.
looking
You know,
good, too.
you ever heard of pissing matches at auction houses? Go
I've
ahead
heard
and have a
Gary's
pissing
told me
match
about
in
it.
the comments down below.
Thank you,
who
Mike.
cares the most?
Thank you,
Yes,
Mike.
thank you.
We
Thank you,
appreciate
Mike. We
it.
appreciate you, buddy.
Especially
No
in
need
the
to do
days
that. Kevin
that
wanted
we're
us
in.
to say this, by the way.
We're in
Kevin
hard days.
wanted us to push that, and I'm sorry. I didn't.
Guys,
do
we're
it.
in
to
hard
me.
times. we're in hard times because I heard a little bird told me.
I want to talk about eBay feedback.
A little bird. Hold on, this is important. Mm-hmm. We need to make this not happen. A little bird told me that Dawn Lady Arbitrage was trying to figure out how to cancel her $33 a month membership. We don't want that.
No,
we're trying to get her to 1,000 donated.
She is keeping this podcast afloat financially at this point.
Yes. Okay, let's shout them out. Before we go into the show, we do need to do this because we haven't been giving you guys enough love who are on our Patreon. On our Patreon, guys, you get access to like 30 secret episodes with me and Carrie, a ton of content.
Oh, is this because you told me we are like $200 down on Patreon, so we have to start pushing it? Okay.
We are. But Mike covered the difference, so we good. But Logan Murky, thank you very much for your membership, which will be forever. But there will be no end to Logan
I would
Murky.
love for you to say something so we know you're okay. Just a wellness check.
No, I want you to keep being in the mist. I love it. We got Raise Tech Resell, paulsmerch.com, who's changed his logo. Looks great.
Oh, he did.
Vintage Sports Flips, Mike Camparelli, Brian Sempor Beal, Lady Arbitrage, Alexandria Pickers, Buffing the Stuff, Gem Flippers, I Love Vintage New York, Picks by Tyler, Vincent Street Market. Now listen, with the lack of value we're providing, these are just the people that didn't remember they should cancel at this point. And we really appreciate your lackadaisical attitude towards money. We love you, and please don't ever
seems to be on
petty.
brand for the Trash to Cash podcast.
We should have a Trash to Cash meetup. We'll call it the Logan Murky meetup and see if somebody out there in the
we should do like a fun run and see how many ACLs get torn.
Okay. Okay. We should all eat some fettuccine Alfredo before we start.
Let's carb load and then go on a 4K.
Okay, Kevin, what other news did you have? Because the news from the eBay Open, if you want to quickly cover it, it was not that interesting.
You could. Did you see that they had a photo booth where you could get a picture of you with a box and some fake tape or real tape, allegedly? I don't know which kind of tape it was, but did you see people taking pictures with that?
My go-to.
They had props.
Coco.
They had props for pictures.
AI-powered messaging, new AI assistant, new seller protection and tools.
Yeah.
500,000 in grants were given to 50 small businesses. And eBay Live is growing, but still very limited.
Okay. Okay.
I want to do eBay Live.
I would love
my dudes in Vegas did a break. I'm not big friends with them, but I know them. The guys did a break with the Backstreet Boys.
I didn't know that. Automated feedback's been a thing forever.
No. If this, I'm saying, it's good for you, Dave. You know how about maybe a third of the people who.
So it's the spot where you call, you claim. Dibdit.com is the name of the game. Got pop culture gems lined up in a row. Click that mouse, let your dibs overflow. Dibdit.com, yo, where the coolest vibes always flow. Claim your treasures, make them glow. Dibdit's the place to steal the show. Dibdit.com, yo.
What, Kevin?
There's some sort of person in your layer of treasures. You might want to go check. Somebody's in there trying to steal stuff.
Can you do me a favor? Would you make sure that there's not an ad, a regular YouTube ad that runs during the Dibdit ad? There was complaints.
They call that double ad Jeopardy, and that's what we're aiming for.
they called it the ultimate grift. I think they called it the ultimate grift. Was exactly.
I would love like an ad break in the middle of our ad break.
I can do an ad break. Let's throw an ad break in right now. We don't have a sponsor, but imagine if we did. We had a bunch. Listen, guys, I will say for the live,
why we don't.
Me and Kevin pulled together quite a bit of freebies for the audience. We really did. People got a lot of free stuff. And we already delivered them all. The only person who contributed nothing is, well, come on.
I sent a Instagram message to somebody, and we didn't make it happen.
I need to get that person. You sent me that name because I was waiting.
But you also took like all the people I could have asked.
Yeah,
there's only like 4 places, and you had them already. When it's like when you say, "Hey, you should go pick up dinner for everybody," and you already have dinner. Like, what am I supposed to do at that point?
Here's what I'll say, and I need to say this: if you were one of the people who won the $50 Dibdit gift card, or not gift card, but credit, it should be on your account now. What happens often with that is we award someone a $50 credit, and then they don't realize it's there, and they spend it, and they're like, I never got it. And you're like, oh, no, go look. All that stuff you got was free because the credit was on your account. And we need to say this is an important announcement. Dibdit, we haven't talked about this. We're halfway through the month, has reduced seller fees this month.
We have talked about it.
And no, we have not.
I put it on my video.
I put it on my Flipper, but not on Trash to Cash. So seller fees are reduced by 2%, like 2% less, which is like 20% less. It's all complicated, but your seller fees are reduced this month. If your normal fees are 10%,
Yeah.
and they go down to 8, it's 20%. Is my point. But
Yes,
it's really
yes,
2%.
yes. The fees are reduced.
Yeah, the fees are
20%.
reduced.
2%
And
of the
also
selling
we're
price.
doing, and we haven't talked much about this, but the top buyer and top seller on the market, and it's a combination of the family of markets, is going to be getting a Dibdit account credit at the end of the month. I can't remember. It's $50 or $100. Is it $100? Yeah, $100 each.
And the top seller's getting $100.
Yeah.
So go out and spend at least $10,000 to be the number one buyer, and you'll get $100.
$100 credit.
And feel free to spend it all on Dave's card breaks.
No, you got to send it on me because I've got a problem here, y'all. Did you see what I'm doing? Did you see? Well, no, that video hadn't come out yet.
What about the
call that
place that
hemorrhoids.
sells like all
I'm
the
pulling a
plants?
Dave.
We're not part of that one, right?
No, we're not the live
We don't have
lenticular
Dibdit.
plants or whatever.
Dibdit little house of
Then don't.
little shop of
You can
horrors.
go to that.
What are those
one,
called?
guys.
They're called like...
Don't listen to these guys. Go where you want.
I have pulled a Dave. I emptied my trailer completely out. It's all emptied out. And it's all right here in my basement. And it's got to all go before my wife wants to decorate for the holidays. So I'm selling it all. I'm going to be on there twice. I was on there yesterday, which is tomorrow. Twice. And then I'll be on there today. So go check me out on Shop Commons today and maybe somewhere else too.
Did I tell you during the live, I think I might have told you during the live, that I posted a picture of the storage unit I bought out and said, should I buy this for $2,400? And
They said
all
no.
the commenters said no, but I'd
They
already
were
done
wrong.
it, right?
They were wrong.
Yeah, I don't know if you've been watching my videos, but I'm already at like 4,800 from like 2,400 spent, and then that was a few days ago. Since then, I've sold even more, so I'm already over doubled, and I haven't even touched a ton of the stuff yet.
But
My favorite part from that storage unit is the tattooing kit that you got.
Yeah,
Because I'm about to get my first tattoo from that.
ooh,
we're
nice.
Carrie's finally gonna have 2 nipples, which is cool. We're
Are
gonna
you gonna get
one's
a
be
phallic
hand-drawn.
symbol?
No,
Oh,
wait,
yeah,
you ever
no,
gonna
it's
finish
the-
that tattoo? I thought it
Yeah.
wasn't
It's
done.
I thought you were doing a
done.
sleeve.
You said you were
You're not
doing a
doing a
full
sleeve?
sleeve.
I'm gonna do a sleeve. We'll get
You
there.
said you were doing
I'm only
full
48.
Spider-Man suit. You were doing the Spider-Man suit, full body.
Kevin, the problem with you getting tattoos is they make you identifiable to the police. I don't know if that's good for your lifestyle. Like,
Doesn't bother me.
well, with the crimes, you think about the crimes. Had you thought about the crimes?
You're
you
like,
do?
there was a
my goodness.
gentleman
With that
stealing
with the
mustard from the
tattoo,
Blimpies, and he had a penis tattoo. Think about it. They're going to think you right away.
I actually do some ads over there at that one. When I do the upside ad, I always go over to that one, and I think it's because one time I went to the Shell up here to do an upside ad, and they're like, "What are you doing filming out here?" I'm like, "I'm doing an ad for Upside because you guys are on the Upside app." They're like, "Get out of here!" I'm like, "What?" So I go to the Blimpie one. They're much nicer over there. Dave, did you show them the picture of that storage unit, and did you tell them it was a reseller storage unit, or did they just assume it was a regular storage unit?
Yeah, no, I was vague. They thought it was just a regular storage unit, and that's
That makes
yeah.
all the difference, right? I mean, a reseller storage unit should be really should have some value.
I think it'll end up being
What you
honestly.
thought? Triple up.
Yeah, I think if I can finish out at like 7,500 to $8,000, I'd be happy.
Yeah, it'll
I
pay
think
for
that'd
your
be
card
good, yeah.
habit for another
Yeah.
3 or 4 days.
Yeah, the card habit's pretty
About
rough.
right.
Pretty rough.
That's about right.
I was really upset the other
Wait
day
a
because
minute,
I was
we're
sitting
burying
there,
the
Kevin.
Yeah.
I was sitting there thinking, like, holy crap, I am about to turn 41 now. Like, a whole year
young.
has passed since I turned
young.
40 already.
young.
How did that happen?
Time keeps
young.
marching on.
crazy.
Yeah. We're
Hey,
dust
Hey,
in the
what are
wind,
we doing
dude.
for my 50th birthday in a couple years, year and a half here? We're gonna have
Bring
to have a
back in
celebration.
time on
What
the
are we gonna
birthdays
do?
for you, buddy.
I'm going to
Yeah,
get
we
back
need
to the
60th.
eBay feedback, by the way. But we're burying the lead. Gary Vee came on, and I after the show was over, I kicked him off. There's way too many cuss words in there. We just had to get rid
Oh, you banned him? Really? No, you didn't.
of them. Banned him.
Yeah, so Gary Vee did come on Dibdit Cards.
From selling. From selling.
Rod was able to lock that in. Carrie couldn't make it happen. I think that's important that we talk about that.
No, look.
It was,
In the
you know,
business, I'm what's called a fluffer, okay?
a
I get
fluffer.
things...
That's what Don calls you.
I know. I had to... I don't know how to make this... I had to make... how do I make... Now I set myself in a weird spot. But you get it. I talked to him for a long time, and then Rod's much better at that than me. He's much better. And he did great.
Yeah.
He did. Did you hear his questions? He was like both Leonard and Bernstein. Woodward,
Yeah,
whoever.
Woodward. Yeah.
People
He
can
was
probably go catch the
grilling him.
replay of that over on Dibdit Cards if you go down to the live streams. The Gary
It was
Vee
a
live.
good. It was a good show.
It was
had
good.
A rough start.
It did make me like excited and a little hyped. So I'm struggling with the VFriends cards
I'm a little
because
mad about the VFriend cards
because-
I got like $2 or $3 less per pack than Rod did.
well, here's the thing. Gary
'cause
Vee
Gary
hyped him
was
up.
on the
He
show.
hyped him up and he talked about how he wants like his dream is that in 20 years it's like Pokemon is today and that you'll wish you had bought
Disney.
in. But I can't help but think like of what Carrie tells me all the time. Anything made to be collectible eventually won't be collectible. And when they first made Pokemon cards, they weren't really to be collectible. They were to be played, right?
Well, there's
I think that's a good argument with it because, like, when baseball cards were originally made let's say after tobacco times, it was really just a mechanism to sell bubble gum, right? That's what Topps was. It was a bubble, you know, the Bowman. They were bubble gum companies, and they put cards in there to sell the bubble gum. The cards were just so you could look at the stats and see what the players look like in a time where TV wasn't as prevalent with games.
Tobacco
So yeah, like
first.
Pokemon was meant to be played. And you're right. I think it's tough. It's not like it's impossible. I think it is more tough when you're from the very beginning starting an IP and you want it to be
But
collectible. It's hard.
I will say this though. I will say this for the card market, and I'm not a card guy. Is the reason Pokemon is still big now isn't because of the game, and it's big now, and hasn't been for a long
But
time.
isn't it big now because of nostalgia? From when people played the game.
But that's his play.
And then they get the kids into, but it's not going to work if all the hairy, sweaty old men buy every card then it's released.
No, listen. Did you not see what the collabs with?
I
I'm not.
feel
Look, I don't know if it's going to work or
attacked.
not, but I wouldn't necessarily bet against him.
Fair.
He said his big push was they're doing cartoons and comics, and that's where he's going to get that right. He's launched this really before
But
that.
kids aren't buying comics.
Oh, how do you know that?
There's a
Because
sector that is. But
it's not
this has
big.
been done
It's
before.
mostly
You guys,
adults
like I
now.
talked to Rod about this, like He-Man. They made the toys, and then they made the cartoon, if I remember right, afterwards to help sell the toys.
Is that right?
So I'm pretty sure that's the history
you
of
might be
He-Man.
right.
I just
They
think
used
the
it as an
world-
advertising
Strawberry
mechanism.
shortcake.
The
too.
world is changing.
I'm pretty sure it was, probably.
The world is changing so much that things like toys are going to
All right.
become less and less important, less and less big. Because, listen, the vast majority of freaking kids are on their iPads all day. They're
yeah,
not
there's
playing
no
with
doubt.
toys.
But
They're
that's
just
been going
not.
on
It's
for a
not
long
like
time.
that. And it's getting worse and worse.
Okay.
I mean,
but listen, you're making an argument for why. I'm sorry. I won't interrupt. Go ahead.
well, I'm just saying, like, I don't think the key foundational things that made today exist anymore. And I think that just creating a cartoon that may or may not be watched when there's way too much content out there, and it's not like where everyone's
is the
watching
real thing.
not everyone's watching the
It
Turtles
is
on
so
Saturday
much
morning
harder
anymore.
to get that kind of Pokemon, He-Man. Like, I mean, Dave's my age.
was
I
all
don't
we
know.
could
You were
watch.
He-Man. Like that was on TV. That was in every store. That was for any kid in that age group. Everybody knew who He-Man was. Now you don't have. You could. There's 70 different cartoons on YouTube, let alone on mainstream TV.
All right.
Everybody's nichified
There
in
you
what
go.
they're interested in.
There
and
you go.
It's hard to get that kind of.
Okay, the reason
bubbling
why
up
He-Man
like we
was
have now.
so massive, and you're not going to see that
because he
kind
was a
of stuff
master of the
no,
universe,
It's
let's be
because
honest.
it's because we had no choice. It was popular culture across the board
Yeah.
because every kid.
There's
in
a lot
America,
less.
That's all they had
There's
to watch.
a lot less American general popular culture anymore,
yes,
especially with kids
100%.
because it's so segmented.
It goes across
on
the
what
board.
kind of YouTube channel you watch or whatever.
And it also goes across the board with movies as well. But here's the difference: why something can still become just as big economically is because we're interconnected. The whole world is connected now, right? And think about what else he said on there, which makes points. I'm not talking about VFriends in general, but just the fact that he's like AI. He's like, we're going to make feature-length films. We're going to do all that stuff, and it's going to be so much cheaper and easier. And then so it might be niche down like you're saying, but it's reaching everybody in the world. I mean, in one breath you're saying everybody's in front of a screen, and in the other breath you're saying, you know, you can't get that kind of popularity anymore. I'm like, I think it's an easier way to do it now because literally nobody's out even playing. It's
but in
sad.
in 5 or 10 years, it's going to get even crazier, because I imagine in 5 to 10 years, kids could just talk into AI and create a cartoon based on their own imagination.
Yes.
That only is applicable to them and what they like.
Yeah, I suppose, but there's still a need, especially as kids get a little older, to have that interconnectedness with other kids. I mean, that's just human nature, acceptance of other kids and that popular culture. That is a staple of that age group. It doesn't matter what your parents think or your grandma thinks. It matters what some kid that lives down the street thinks or in your classroom. And so there's going to be that connectedness. And don't underestimate how a certain group of young people can spread that very quickly because of that.
But have you met the young people who are super into VFriends yet? Because I haven't.
No,
my kids have not heard of it.
No. Well, neither of mine.
The ones who
Jacob.
have heard of it are the ones whose dads collect cards and like Gary Vee and say, "Watch this, son."
Right. So I think it has to be. It has to be created, right? And that's what he's going to probably said about. Well, I know he's going to do it. He's talking about films, Saturday morning cartoons.
He has a lot of advantages. He has a lot of
Us.
insight. He has a lot of money, and he has
He
a
might
lot
do
of
it.
Collaborations.
He has a lot of desire. He's got that work ethic and that drive that could make it happen if it could happen. So.
In this new world.
I just don't. So look at it this way. I don't even think Disney can do it like they used to do it. Like if you think about our core memories, Carrie, Lion King, these like Little Mermaid, like think about Wish, Disney's Wish. Like no kid cares about the movie Wish.
Yeah, that's the
right?
thing. Like, I don't have little kids, so I don't know. I don't care.
Nowadays, it just does not have the power because of how split all the attention is. It's harder. He might be able to do it. I'm just saying it's hard. He got me hyped up. It'd be cool if it works, but I am concerned about the aspect of like it's being grasped onto so heavily by like extreme scalpers and stuff that kids can't even really access it.
That's just the
and they probably won't be able to access the stickers. They're already way overpriced.
Well, I hate to say
can't
it, but like
access the comics. Can't access.
You can go on the YouTube channel for the VFriend cartoon right now, and it, as far as I can tell, does not get a lot of views.
No, it's not
So
going to. There's so much other stuff they
It's
going
to take a while or something to happen for it to grow in the cartoon side. And
they need to make a game like Roblox. They need to make a game like Roblox.
Well,
that's what they
there's
do.
where I think you do it. It's like
a video game might be the
my son works for one of these drink companies, and it's just a drink. The things that change are who they collaborate with. That's all that changes. It's the same crappy tea or drink that everybody else has been drinking for 50 years. It's the collaboration and the decoration on the dumb bottle. And so
So does he have contacts in the esports world?
Oh, I'm sure he's got any contacts he wants, dude. He runs that.
I bet he does.
Ad agency.
I bet he does. I bet he does. Yeah,
because
there's a lot of esports
but
that use like Red Bull and stuff, Monster.
Well, but you're also saying that the success of it is the reason why it won't succeed. Is kind of what you're saying.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I do think it's a tough.
Well, first off, it's having a pretty good. It has success. I think that being said, we need to point out the fact that it is fairly successful right now. They are selling their cards right now.
It's crazy
really well.
And the cards go up in value.
Not for the reason of like kids just scooping them up at a local grocery store like we may have as a kid. But, like people are buying them and
they're betting on
selling a lot of them for.
But
that might be the way it's going to be in the future.
I think this is where it's tricky for me because he says he wants it to be like Disney and Pokemon, but I think it's much more likely that it ends up being like sports cards on the trajectory it's on, where those kids, like, they will be nostalgic about sports cards because their parents were so into it. They went to the card shows. They got the cards. They carry around their little box of sports cards. There's tons of kids that get into sports cards for the sake of collecting, the thrill of the hunt. But I don't know if he can really make it a Pokemon type thing.
I think it's going to be more like cards because of that.
Maybe it's going to be like a Pog thing or a Slammer thing when we see Pogs from back in the day. We're like, oh, those were cool. I liked them. Maybe. I was into cards, but, Pogs are card adjacent,
I got into sports cards because I was into sports.
Everything is keisterable, buddy. Everything.
I made a good point, and you're missing it. I was into sports, which is why I got into sports cards. That's why I was into sports cards.
Yeah,
so
that's the thing, too.
You made a comment earlier about toys. Like, there's not toys attached to everything. And I think that is actually why there's some salvation for the cards part of it. It's because there is no... that you're seeing it on a screen somewhere, and you want something for yourself, and a one-up on somebody else around you, which is part of sports card collecting for us, right? I got the Jordan, I got the Bo Jackson, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
That having something small like that might be how you connect to it in a tangible way. So I don't know. We'll see. Just like the plush and all the stuff.
You were
for
like, you were
Pokemon.
going around like, I got Dizzy Dean, guys. Look at me, folks.
Here's-
Yeah, let's go.
here's
Sling some
what-
newspapers. Yeah.
Here's what the current world looks like with the VFriends cards. He makes a good point. I looked into this. A lot of the cards that you pull out of these boxes are worth solid money, and it's not
As
even
singles.
necessarily like a numbered card. Like it's a cat with different colored eyes,
Yeah.
right? It's a base
That's the
card
one
with
thing,
a
like, he
slight variant.
The Topps Chrome really started playing into what a lot of sports cards is doing. It's not just autographs or entrepreneur stuff. There's short prints that aren't numbered. There's numbered cards. There's colorful parallels that are numbered. There's so many different things you can chase. And if you become a fan of like a certain character, then
There
you
you
want
go.
to create what they call the rainbow. You want the yellow to 25, whatever the numbering is, the black 1 of 1, whatever.
The key
So
is
there's
to
a lot
get
of
the
collectability
relatability.
built in.
Like I related to certain baseball players, either because I was a fan of that team or I played like that player, Lenny Dykstra. I didn't act like him. And if you can connect people to a personality, which is what those things are, then you've got a shot. I don't know. It's interesting, but
Well, let us know in the comments, guys, what you think. Will Gary Vee be successful in turning this into the next Disney/Pokemon kind of thing?
well, the
we
answer
want
is
your
probably
feedback.
gonna be no. But I like
If you want to have a good
that they're gonna
time
give.
and hear what a lot of people think about Gary, unfortunately, go into like my videos where I opened the super stickers last week.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like Instagram especially. It was just brutal. Just every
Well, I got a
was just
comment
really
on my Flip
negative.
video where
Which
I
is
talked
sad. It
about
shouldn't be
Gary
like that.
Vee. I talked about Gary Vee in the comment, which I'm confused. Maybe, oh, you know what? It's probably a Carrie thing. Someone said, I just got to say, seriously surprised anyone would be happy about Gary Vee when he said he would come on the podcast at episode 100. He's a liar. Maybe Carrie at one point said Gary Vee
That's
was going
not
to come
what he
on at
said.
episode
Oh,
100.
I've been. Did I say at 100? I don't know.
Probably,
said
you
been
must
talking
have.
to
This
him for a
person,
while.
this person hates Gary Vee because of some promise that he may or may
He
not have
said
made.
that to
I don't
somebody else who's doing a podcast one time. He never said that to
Oh.
us. But listen, I got a question for you, Dave, both of you. If you're saying it's harder for Disney and this is a tough road and whatever, are you envisioning a world where there is no big franchises? That doesn't make sense to me either. I do think that the niching down, like Harry said, is going to be more and more important. It makes it harder on pickers too, by the
Dude,
way,
honestly,
you got to know
it
every
seems
niche.
it seems like a lot of the big franchises have to do with luck lately, like Demon Pop
Yeah.
Korean Hunters or
I
something.
really think there
And
is going to
Labubu's.
continue. Obviously,
Like, there's
yeah,
always the
Minecraft.
weird lucky
Yeah, but
moments. in life.
Labubu's,
Those aren't
I would be
franchises.
very surprised if they're around in 10 years at the level they are now. Like Beanie Babies, we
That's
don't
like
have a Beanie
Pound
Babies theme
Puppies.
park, although that would be amazing. Could you,
You know what I
imagine?
think?
Could you
You know what I
imagine a
think?
ride where you're like putting all the Thai Beanie Baby tags and the plastic coverings, and like you're getting shot at by aliens? That would
This
be a
may
good
be
ride.
naive, but I believe if he actually made a great show,
Yeah.
a great show with fantastic writing, because there's a lot of garbage.
Yeah.
There's so much content out there, but things break through. Like Stranger Things broke through because it was great, right? So if you do actually make something great, and everyone agrees universally it's great, then yes, you can do it. But I think a lot of people phone it
Gotta be
in.
just for kids.
I think a lot of people phone it in.
It's tough. It's really tough because
But look, everybody.
I don't know if it was.
I don't like it when people get hate for stepping out there. I mean, if you want to hate anybody, whatever, that's fine. You got reasons. But people, I mean, think about what he said. That is like a big, giant claim. I want this black cat to be recognized like Mickey Mouse. That is such an outrageous
Maybe name it
claim.
something other than Black Cat then. That's
I
like
don't think-
really
I
a
don't
dumb
think
No,
name.
it's
That's what it's
it's the
called.
very, 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 very lucky.
That's
black
not
cat.
better. That's not better. It's
Is
not
it-
bad. It's
okay,
literally just
but
not.
Dave,
Like
wait
that's
a
not an
minute.
iconic name.
Wait a minute. Okay.
The thing
But-
is, like, I don't even think Disney
Exactly.
foresaw what
Mickey
Disney
Mouse
would
is
be.
like,
Yeah,
oh,
but at
he
least
didn't
they
have
gave
that
it a name,
vision that it was
Mickey
going to.
Mouse.
Name. Oh.
At least he gave it a name.
You know what
Mickey
the
Mouse,
original
like-
name for Mickey was? That they
The
canceled?
Black
Or they
Mouse.
decided- No, Mortimer. Well, there was Steamboat Willie, but then they were going to go Mortimer Mouse, but they
Mouse.
changed it.
Just like Dibdit.
I actually kinda like.
Yeah, a name.
I don't love like the adjective and then name thing.
No.
You know, like considerate cowboy and stuff. Like I don't love that. It's like for toddlers. I don't know.
Well, he
it feels
says
like
it's
it's
Maybe
for
to be
it's
a
toddlers.
for
parent.
children, Dave.
But
And
it's
maybe
not
you're just
being
now that
sold
you're
to
almost
children
41,
right
you're
now.
growing out of it.
Children aren't buying it. Adults are. 40-year-old sweaty men are buying it right now. That's why
Dude,
it's a
our
little
dad-
bit weird.
My dad was buying me Ninja Turtles. They were just turtles who learned ninjutsu, which was useful because of the secret ooze, and some guy named Ram Man.
Have you
He-Man
seen these,
bad
Carrie?
guys were
Have you
He's
seen
got
these?
entrepreneurs cards
what is
on
it?
there. That's
These are,
cool to me.
These are
Those are
these are
Cheeto
for
grabbers.
snacking. They're for snacking. Yeah, they grab your Cheetos while you're on your computer, so you don't get Cheeto fingers.
And you like it. It's stupid. Are you
I
actually
love it.
using
It's so
that?
amazing. I use it all the time.
No,
yeah.
you don't.
Yeah, I do.
I
I
don't
eat a lot of
believe you.
Cheetos. Cheetos is a daily food for me.
Dude, nobody
I'm
would
on a daily
use
Cheeto
that
diet.
thing. I mean, maybe
I
if
use
you're
it.
sitting-
You know,
You use that
Yeah.
for fun.
when the here's
For
the thing. When the
for
most
clean
healthy
hands.
part of here's how I know it's unhealthy. If the most healthy part of it is vegetable oil, it's probably not good for you.
Vegetable oil. Come on.
Enriched. What do they make the cheese out of?
Man,
Heaven.
That's what I
I
want to
can't
know.
believe I
They make
have
it out of
Soylent
heaven.
Green.
got this to circle
Heaven.
back to feedback. Dave, the
hurts.
feedback
What?
on eBay. Meaning, if somebody buys something from you and doesn't give you feedback over, I don't know what time period it is, 30 days, then you automatically get positive feedback from them. This will help the feedback score
Oh,
of
nice.
bad eBay resellers.
Kevin, I have an issue.
Yeah.
Which we've talked about. I can't. I'm struggling again. I bought all this inventory,
Sell it.
and I can't bring myself to put it on eBay. I keep wanting to just Dibdit it. What's wrong with me? I have like the mind
if
of
you're
a
making
of a
money,
live
nothing.
seller.
Look, I looked at my numbers because I forgot to put out my July numbers, and I got to put it on my next video. And my Dibdit, my eBay is always above my Dibdit numbers, but it's gonna be, because I'm gonna sell all this stuff, it's gonna be the other way around. So
Yeah.
if I sell 10,000 on Dibdit and 10,000 on eBay, I'm gonna make more on eBay than I will on Dibdit. But at what cost and at what storage, right? So I'm just like, if you have access to the inventory and you can sell twice as much live selling as you do on eBay, and you'd make the same amount of money, and you might as well, that seems like more work. Maybe.
I like.
you're not storing it.
I will say, and Kevin's been telling me this for a long time, but I will say Kevin was a little right. Like, I do kind of like the buying out someone's
Yes,
eBay
dude,
store
buy it
thing.
out.
It's
Dude,
so
these are
nice.
And you need to start recording these things. I know you didn't. Hi, Tina. We see you, Tina.
Hi, Tina said, Kevin, we see you.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
I'm
she was
gonna
on camera. She didn't like
That's
that.
why I want to empty that trailer. I want to do this in the winter. I'm never giving up garage sales, but because I have these outlets to sell and can sell a little quicker now, hopefully on eBay too, I want to do both. That's where the money is, really, in big giant buys. It's just not
point
as
being,
fun to
guys, if
me.
you want to quit, if you got your like eBay selling advice from me and have a dead store because of that, because you followed my advice, and you now want to get rid
that
of
wasn't
and
your
offload said
advice.
store,
They didn't realize Dave playing 4D chess. He's creating bad resellers that he can then buy their merchandise off of.
for pennies on the dollar, I'm interested. Let
or
me
just
know.
send them directly to Red Relics.
Yeah. Cut out the
No,
middleman.
we're just trying to figure out ways to get rad relics,
More
cheap
inventory. Yeah, no, I mean, I did like just going and filling the van, and I've just
You gotta
I've
make
got
content
stuff.
out of
I
it,
can
Dave.
just sell stuff.
Make
I have
content.
been. I've been doing 3 flipper videos a week for 2 weeks.
No.
now.
I mean, make picking content out of it. And you don't have to do. I know you're a little touchy with it, but at least add it into your other picking content. Maybe you could do that. Look, because a lot of people complain about, oh, this is like a 6-month-old video or whatever. Maybe if you take those little, even if you don't film the whole thing, and you take that part and just throw it
did
in a
do that.
video, a picker
I did
video.
do that.
We did it on Flipper.
Oh, a picker. I could do it a picker video.
It might
yeah,
spice
that's
up
fine.
and give a little bit more.
Listen, this is why I want to just keep
urgency
doing
to it.
these private buys until I catch up on my yard sale footage, because I still got 5 months to edit here.
Yeah.
I got
And-
a lot of footage in Ohio.
So much
I'm
footage.
halfway done with one video. Give me 3 more weeks. I'll be done with
And
it.
Dave, that's
The
another
first of
way.
many.
If you do a little less video like that during the year because you're doing these things, then maybe your videos will come out within 5 months of you filming them, and there might be a little bit more interest in your videos, because if they see something you picked, if they're watching those videos now, they know they can't buy it. It's gone. It's long gone. So I'm saying if you get those videos where it's 2 weeks out or something, it might bring that channel back a little bit too.
You think they want to buy? You think
Yes.
they watch our videos?
Oh,
100%.
I get people ticked off at me all the time.
I know with sports cards they do.
100% they do. I get people all the time that want to buy it, and you could say right there on the video, hey, this is going up in 2 days on.
But
on
this is
Dibdit.
why I need to catch up. This is why I need
Yes.
to catch up, and that's why I want to just like buy private buys and stuff for now until I catch up. Like also the yard sales still suck here at the moment. It's too hot. Carrie doesn't even care that it's 110 degrees and I'm just dying out there. I don't know what's going on.
I'm surprised on how little it's bothered me, honestly. Vegas, I remember like the 118, 19, 120 degree days, sitting, burning up. I was prepared. I didn't realize it.
You could also be more particular about what you buy, because you know you've got way too much content, right? If you're that far behind, just be more particular about what you buy, and then add that content in there too, because you're buying so much bulk. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm
catching up. I am catching up on the footage, and like I haven't been making footage for like 3 months, so I am gonna catch up here pretty soon. In the next month or two, I'll probably catch up.
I'm a little ahead myself.
By October.
I'm like 5 weeks ahead right now, which I don't like being, but you got to be. I think I'm gonna just skip some of it and get more current, and then use some of that content in like January.
I could do that. I could just edit, but even if I edited my latest picking stuff,
it's hard to relate. Like if it's
May.
like with the sports card content, if I wait 6 weeks, 2 months, it's almost too late at that point for a lot of it, because they'll be like, that dude's thrown 47 interceptions. Why did you pay that much money for that card? And I have to explain I bought it like 3 months ago. So
no doubt.
Yeah.
All right. You still no comment about the feedback. Is this not a good thing? People have been complaining about
think
it
it's
for
a
years.
good thing.
And
That's
eBay's
cool.
actually
I like the idea
changed
of my
3
feedback
things
going up.
that are all
it's not a
good.
bad thing. It's like,
is
but
good.
you know, I don't know. Like there's a lot of things they could be doing. That's a good one. There's a lot bigger things I think that are.
But there was 3 in the buyer protection part. I'm not saying they're perfect at all. I just want to at least give them props here in this short little period of time. I feel like most everybody I heard coming from eBay Open were like, this had a different
Here's the
feel
thing.
to it. It felt
How do
like
they
the old
avoid?
days.
And let me be serious for half a second.
It's
How
never
do they
gonna be
avoid
the old
becoming
days.
Sears or something? Because I feel like Sears and those kind of places ignored mall culture and then the internet, and then they went out of business. eBay is the big man on campus, right? But there's all these upstart, live auctioning websites, all these places that are actually, Whatnot is a legitimate competitor to eBay as far as reselling, without a doubt. And the fact that they don't have a system set up like Whatnot, even just a copy and paste, almost similar thing, I don't understand. I know they're doing live, but it's way different, and maybe that's their.
I'll play devil's advocate here. What if they would have pushed this thing and came out and they flop, right? At this point, Whatnot's scaled, right? I mean, shoot, we're doing our own live selling, right? It's not like it's inventing the wheel here. So what if they would have pushed it too early and it flopped? Then you've got a real problem. I think they're better off increasing and being better at who they are, because still 80% of the population is not going to sit on and watch and live.
Well,
sell
80% of the population.
there's still going to be a massive
80% of the
market for
population
looking up
wasn't
what they
buying
want
stuff
and buying
online
it.
25 years ago, 20 years ago, right? They were buying locally, and now everybody buys online.
No,
so they will
I
be
totally
doing
agree.
lives and buying online
Okay.
in 10 to 20 years. Well, let me say there's a chance they will be. Who knows? But yeah, I mean...
Oh, yeah, no doubt. But I'm just saying there will always be a segment of society who's like, oh, I want this. Like Dave. You think Dave's going to, if he decides he wants something, he buys it in 30 seconds. He's not going to go find a Whatnot stream where he might get it in the next 6 days cheaper. Right? There's a segment of the society that's going to do it. And sometimes it's the same person.
Whatnot
They
has
like
buy it now, so they could
experiential
very
buying, but they're
well
still gonna
scale
go find
that
it.
over time, and then people
You're
can
right.
do that and go to lives.
I did a
right.
buy
That's
it now for $300 6 days ago on Whatnot. I bought something now. I wanted something and I went to Whatnot and did
Yeah.
that.
I'm not saying. I'm just talking about buy it now versus. I'm not necessarily because Whatnot's been growing on all facets. I mean, we're growing, like I said, an upstart, but I just don't see a day where eBay or something very similar to it is not still a major player. It's going to happen eventually.
Here's what I want to know.
But I mean,
here's what I want to know about Whatnot,
growth.
and the flaw I see in Whatnot
period.
as a seller. Okay, as a seller, and I don't know the solution to this. I don't know the solution to this for like any live platform or why it is the way it is. But this is the world we live in, and it's weird. And I was thinking about it because Philly Flipper posted a thing about how his Whatnot now has more subscribers than his YouTube, right? Like 46,000, which is awesome. Harry Tornado's at almost 70,000 followers on Whatnot. And they have successful Whatnot businesses, but I'm telling you, like, when they're live, Paul has like 30 to 60 people in there. Out of 46,000, 30 to 60 people.
Yeah. Well,
but no,
giveaway
what I'm
culture.
saying is, like, there needs to be a way, if you can amass a 46,000 person following, to actually get people in your show. Josh has like 100 if he's lucky. He has almost 70,000 followers.
You got to have good deals
crazy
to get the people in the shows, like consistent. Not saying he doesn't,
No,
but like
Whatnot needs to promote, like, actually message your whole follower group. They're clearly not doing it. They're clearly not sending notifications.
I don't
like,
think that's it.
What's the point of a follower if they don't know you're live?
Here's the deal. Listen, what's the point? Let's say you wanted to go watch Josh or Paul, right? And you're on there. You have to be entertained by it in order to stay, right? Or you have to be able to participate in it. So if you've got 30 buyers in there that are paying for stuff, paying up, whatever you want to call it, you're not buying anything. At some point, you got to ask yourself, what am I doing with my life?
But if you had my point is more like long term, when you look at the eBay lives, when someone goes live on eBay Live, they have a lot of people in there. So what's the difference?
Well,
lack of competition.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're telling me the 46,000 people
No, it's
following
100%
Paul
on eBay. It's 100% on eBay, in
Whatnot.
my opinion, lack of competition. Right now, if I want to go sell football cards at 9 p.m. on a Friday, there are so many shows going on doing the same thing.
But not all those shows have your 46,000 followers.
No, that's...
But they're not followers.
just-
Half
yeah.
those people went in there. I'm gonna give them a follow. I'm gonna get this giveaway. I'm
Well,
gonna
I
be
mean,
part
it's
of
the
this
same thing with
cool
YouTube.
event,
We don't,
and they
you know,
unfollow.
Kevin,
But it's a
how many
different-
people?
it's a
Kevin has
way
over
different
100,000
percentage. It's a
followers
way
and can
different
barely
percentages.
get 3,000 to watch his videos.
No,
I'm
no.
assuming. I don't know what you're getting nowadays.
Carrie,
but
the percentages are okay. So I have about as many people on my Picker channel, which is doing terribly, as Josh has on his Whatnot, and I still get 7,000 to 10,000 views, right? And he's getting maybe 100 people if he's lucky in a show. I don't know. I don't have a solution.
Also, you
I
don't
just
need
think
as many
it's-
people in a live for it to be successful. But yeah,
So I'm a little surprised he's
He
only
has shows
getting
where he
that
has
many.
like
there's only
150,
that. Josh
200,
has
but
got
it's not like it's not consistently a
Yeah,
ton.
yeah.
Like I've seen
I mean,
shows where Paul with 50,000 people has had 30 people in there.
I get on, Dave, you get on, and depends on what you're selling, but there's shows where I'm well over 100 people on.
we definitely
on
do
Dibdit,
that.
And that's a tiny
Yeah, I had
little
50 in my
marketplace.
break.
But
I had
there
70
is-
in my clothing show.
it's different though on ours because we are a smaller, we are bigger fish in smaller ponds, right? So there's more eyeballs on us particularly, and also on people who have built a following on any of our sites that people know they're going to have good clothes or they're going to have good whatever. They'll get a good following. It's interesting. It is fascinating.
You don't need
don't.
500
Be
people,
nice to have it, though.
700 people. You don't need it.
That's all I'm saying.
Dude, I've
Okay.
All
had
I'm saying-
100
that's
plus
literally
people
my
and
whole
nobody
entire
buying,
point.
so you need buyers.
My whole entire point
Is
is
it
just
though,
that
Dave?
it would be nice if there was a way, if you're amassing a large following, to actually have a large amount of people in your show.
Would it
Maybe.
make that big of a difference in the
I
price
don't
of
think
the
it would
item?
either.
I don't
you would
think
just
it
be
would.
adding fluff.
I mean, listen, if I
Yeah,
have more
they're not
people in the
buying.
show, I make more money. I've been proving
But
that
you're
for
getting
3
the amount
years.
of people you're getting the amount of people that are like people in your show, or like how many people do you have in your shows, Dave, that are in a lot of your shows?
I don't know.
consistently. They're buyers. They're the people who buy from
But
you.
you're telling me if you have 30 viewers versus 1,000, there's no additional buyers?
Well, 30 to 1,000, but 30 to
No, I don't.
100, I don't think it's a
If
massive
you have
difference.
80,000 followers, I think you should have 1,000 people in your show. No one does. I don't
Yeah,
know the
look,
solution.
I'm not denying that it's better
think
to
it's
have
a
more
core
people.
problem
What I'm
maybe with
just,
live
I'm just saying
auctions.
it's not a
I never said
necessity
it
to
was.
make money.
I'm just saying it sucks. It's just a sucky thing.
Okay.
And I wish there was like a reason behind it. And so my question,
Okay,
the
think
real
about it
thing,
this
and
way,
me and
though.
Carrie were talking about this, is Whatnot intentionally not promoting the shows because they want you to spend that little money that they always ask you for at the start of your show, promote my show? Because you have to pay money now for Whatnot to promote your show, just like eBay with promoted items. So it's all going
Yeah,
down that
I would
same path,
probably
which is
say
annoying
that.
as a reseller.
Well, just like when you release a video on YouTube, it's not live, so you see this build. It's like, okay, 2,000 people watch this hour, but it's going to get 50,000 views. Not everybody can get on a show at the same time.
Well,
A lot
all
of
that to
people are
say, I
working.
think we should add
right?
promotion fees to Dibdit shows.
No, absolutely not. No. Although sometimes I think, because I get messages all the time, how come you don't promote my show? I'm like, dude, I try. These guys, I'm like, I get yelled at for promoting too
Yeah,
many shows
it's
too
tough.
often. I'm like, I'm trying to help y'all, and I tell you what, it really does boil down to the good sellers bringing good stuff over time, build their audience. That's what it comes down to.
I mean,
But
we're in a
it's-
time where
it's
it
an
costs.
interesting- I'll go
we're
on
in a
comments
time where
today.
it costs less than ever to build a business, really, like a reselling business or a lot of different kinds of businesses.
100%.
Historically, you want to start a brick and mortar, you're in the hole, or you have a bank loan for gosh knows how much money before you even open the door. So the fact that you can come in and maybe you have to, I'm not saying you, this is all a personal decision with you and whatever you want to do, but the fact that you might only lose money sometimes on stuff is pretty cool if you think about it, like to build your brand and build what you're doing in this day and age.
I guess I was saying,
And
I think
smart.
if Whatnot was to email and notify every single follower everyone earned on Whatnot, there'd be a lot more live sellers.
Okay, there might be a lot less
Yeah,
people
but-
who are on there because it's like, oh, I subbed
They
to
would
this
unsub
jerk
from you.
6 weeks
They would
ago,
unsub
and now
from
I
you.
get an
You'd lose
alert.
them.
Yeah, but if there was a lot more, wouldn't this be
Okay. Yeah.
law of diminishing returns in some sort? Because if that created more live sellers, then there would be less people in the lives because there's more people selling. Because it's divided amongst the people selling.
Yeah. you're
Here's a
right.
question.
You're right. Growth
sold
is
a
We
the
need
Vintage
more
answer to
people
everything,
coming to live
including
auctions and more people selling
taxation.
at the same pace, right? For
I
it to
sold
continue to
I
work.
sold
Or at a-
on
I
eBay.
got one more point I wanna make
sold
about
a
this.
vintage dancing shouting James Brown doll from 2004 in the box. What did it sell for? Go.
You put it on
No, I didn't.
Facebook. I can't remember.
What was the brand?
I think
I
I've
did not
sold
put
this
it on
very
Facebook. I
same
just want you to know
one.
that.
Is
Yeah,
it
it's in the
brand new in the box?
No, Dave exclusively does hot
is
or
it
not
brand new in
pictures
the
on
box?
Facebook now. That's it.
I'm gonna say
What do you think, Carrie?
$45.
I sold it
$50.
as used,
So you get two
but in
guesses.
the box.
Okay, if I get two guesses,
No,
okay, I'm
my
going to
guess
also
is
play
50.
Kevin's game. Two guesses. I'm going to go $25 and $51.
I want to clarify. I sold it, even though it was new in the box, I listed it as used by mistake. By mistake,
$30.
but yeah.
$30.
Still. Okay,
$30.
Kevin.
I'll still
He's going to
say
do a third number.
James
Watch
Brown.
this.
I feel like I've sold it for like $40. I feel like I've sold
$34.99.
it.
Yep, $34.99. So pretty close. Yeah.
I probably did. sell
Yeah.
it for
Again, I
40.
don't know why I put.
'Cause I probably
I don't
got
know
a
why I
better
put
listing, better
pre-owned or
pictures.
used. It's in the title. I mean, I'm still not good at this, but
Hey, I got one more thing for you, Dave. There's an advantage, especially on our marketplaces, to have to have 5 or 6 good buyers in there because the shipping's so much easier. If you got 500 people in there and you're splitting your orders and you got 50 things to send out, I'd rather have 5 people buy 50 things than 50 people buy 50 things.
yeah, that's fine. It was just literally just an observation that I thought would make an interesting topic, and it did.
I mean,
fill
I'd
10
rather
minutes,
have
so-
one person buy 50 things and then at the end of the auction say, don't worry about it.
Yeah, just
keep the
keep
money.
it. I was just doing it to support you.
Doesn't our marketplace, if you have a follower,
I don't think that. I
If
don't
you're in
even
that
think.
marketplace
No, I don't.
and
think
you
so.
have
I
a
don't think
follower,
everyone gets messaged.
Well, there's people who get off who don't want
Yeah,
those
they turn off
messages. You can,
notifications.
That's the
you
thing.
can
If
configure
everything
that.
everywhere all at once
I
is
get-
sending us
everybody I
messages,
follow,
the messages
I
don't
get.
matter as much, right?
Well, there's that. That's a marketing
Oh,
thing
my
too. Yeah,
phone
if you get too
is
many, it
ridiculous.
doesn't matter. So I'm not saying what is or isn't the right path. I would just think it's interesting.
It's like eBay.
Interesting.
It's like eBay. I mean, we get way more messages from eBay than ever before. Like, oh, this guy just sent this offer. I mean, I send out offers every day. I think people get immune to it as well. I just keep it all on my phone, and it's like, oh, I saw that one, but I don't even care. It just disappears. I mean, you could
Wiener?
look at my... It's
Oh
insane.
yeah, we haven't talked.
I don't
about
want
it.
to.
You could do that.
All right, so what's your sale? You got a sale
Hey, I
you
got
want
a
us to
Dogma
guess?
DVD.
Dogma DVDs are nice, brand new. Even used, they sell for like a lot.
I got a good one. I got a good eBay one too.
No. Actually, Blu-ray, which is better. DVDs have gone down a little bit.
Here's
and
a good
the
one,
VHS
guys.
has
This
gone
is
down,
good
too.
for guys. So this is we were out yard selling. This was something Don sold on eBay, but this is awesome. I didn't know this market was like this, and you tell me what you think it is. We sold Pitfall 1 and 2 for the Atari. I believe they're 2600. One had the box. I believe is the original. Wait, let me see. Did the original Pitfall have the box? Sorry, one sec. Just the instructions for the original Pitfall. That's it. So 2 games, Pitfall and Pitfall 2.
$60.
Okay.
Pitfall and Pitfall 2 in the box?
No box, 1 instruction manual for Pitfall, the original.
Oh, I'm going to say a little less than that, but I could be wrong. I really don't know much about them.
Did I tell you
45.
45?
Dave knows.
Dave, did I
Yeah.
tell you how much we sold? Okay,
Yeah.
60.
You bragged about it extensively yesterday. It's funny, Terry does actually. I don't even call him out on it anymore, but you repeat yourself to me a lot. Like a whole lot, like a grandfather, like an Alzheimer patient. Like you repeat yourself.
Sometimes
I'm like,
worry that I have
told me that.
Alzheimer's and
like it's just like, but I
early
don't call you
onset
out because I
dementia.
feel like it's rude. So I'm just like, all right, I'll just pretend like it's new.
no,
again.
you got to just start calling me out so I
Your
know what I'm doing.
Brain synapses fire more than any normal human being. Free as a Bird single, the Beatles cassette, and Capital. I have
told
2
me yesterday,
Beatles.
Carrie. It's only been like
No, it's okay. I
20
don't want
hours
to talk anymore to you
since
about
you
anything.
told me. It just was very.
I'm not going to
recent
share
that
my
you told
feelings
me.
anymore.
2 Beatles singles, 2 of them,
Yeah.
sealed,
Okay.
single cassette tapes
Oh, I'm
Free as a
supposed to
bird.
guess.
So that
from
came out in
1995.
Which one?
95 when they had the.
Free as a Bird single, I don't know, and then the Beatles cassettes.
Do you
like
remember
playing
this,
the
Dave?
Beatles,
When they
Beatles.
did the remake, like they did the anthology,
Mm-hmm.
and they had that song that they released. That you don't know what I'm talking about, Dave, but it was a big
I'm
deal
not
in
a
It's a
big
single.
guy.
95.
It's one song, 2 of them, 2 cassettes.
$50.
I'm gonna go 60 was my first thought.
Damn, for a single?
Yeah.
Jeez,
Well, I love
they were
Free
cost
as a
49
Bird.
cents in the store.
Well,
49
it's a different
cents
era,
is
bro.
1895.
Each or for the total?
For both.
How about this one? This is one I
was
didn't tell
closer.
anybody. Don just sold this today, Dave. I didn't tell it to you, and if I did, it'd be rude of you to mention it. Vintage porcelain monkey orchestra not with drugs. Sorry, this monkey does not have.
Porcelain monkey.
It's a vintage porcelain monkey orchestra with drums. Andrea by Sadak figure. So the brand is
How big is
Andrea
this
by
thing?
Sadak. The figure is. It's a good
It's a
question.
band, so it's like 4 It's one figure. How could that be
One-
a band?
It says monkey orchestra with drum. It's one figure. I don't know why Don wrote it that way.
Okay.
But
'Cause
it's
there's
6.5
probably more
inches
of them
tall,
in it.
which is more than enough. Wait, I don't want to show. That's what it looks like.
And what's the name of the lady it's signed?
Andrea by Sadak is the brand or the lady
I mean,
sculptor.
how the heck am I going to guess?
This is a good one, though.
Freaking idea. I'm going to say $100.
112 because Don did it.
Plus 60.
Don did both.
112.
I helped with the pitfall though. Let me see. You're okay.
What does
112
that
is your
mean
guess.
exactly? I'm going to say 100.
Yes.
100. You guys are both wrong.
We
It's
figured.
$69.99
Okay.
plus shipping.
pretty good for a
plus
little-
shipping.
If you had
And
said
I'm
you
assuming with
found-
Don
if you
shipping,
had
it probably
said-
is close to 120.
Dave, I was just going to say this.
Go ahead, Kevin. You say it.
If you
I already
had
hurt his
found
feelings
it, I
with the
would have gone a
repetitive
lot
thing.
lower. Since Don bought it, I had to go high.
Are you guys saying that I'm not good at picking anymore? Because I feel like everybody thinks that, and it's probably true.
Carrie, here's the thing. Dawn is weirdly good at picking, better than most people I know.
She's very good.
And so I just hold her in a high regard, and not anything to do with your picking ability.
It's also
You-
It's the
cutthroat.
fact that she
you
is
actually
very
told
good
me
at
that
it.
yesterday, and you forgot that you said that.
I didn't tell you that yesterday.
Hey, I'm gonna be on Reseller Leftovers, y'all, on Wednesday.
go
Y'all
ahead.
check it out.
104.45. Let's bleep that out.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
on.
they're just getting
Timestamp.
more offensive in every thumbnail and title at this point.
Yeah, I told him.
Yeah,
I told him
that
I was like,
last
I'm
one
only
was really
coming on.
disturbing.
That was a little
was-
bit, yeah. We do not
Yeah.
endorse anything.
Whatever
they say on
they're
that
saying at
show.
the start of their
We just wanna-
podcast, yeah, the whole podcast
That
we feel
applies
that
to
way.
us. That's right.
Applies-
I have creative,
applies to us
like
too, yeah.
Hulk Hogan did with the wrestling. I told Mike I have creative discretion over everything. So we'll see.
Patreon. We have a few questions. Unless Kevin wants to do some of his questions, he's prepared. He's very prepared for the show.
Which is weird.
But if not, I can.
Oh,
do
I
the
do have one
Patreon
question I
ones.
want to ask people.
Okay, go ahead.
Can I ask people a question?
Yeah, do
So
your
I
thing.
have some policy violations. I've had them forever on here. I don't know how to get them to disappear. Like if they delist something for a policy violation, like I
I
did
have
that.
that same issue. That's why I'm still like a below
No,
standard.
but this is I don't have too many. It's just they accumulate over time, and it's like, oh, you have 3 policy
I
violations.
have 3.
And now
I have
have 4.
3.
Well, I show more
3.
than that, Dave. I show more than that now.
Well, but
how do
but
I
you
get
sell
them
more.
to?
So I'm underrated. You can't. You wait a year.
I don't think they ever go off. I got stuff
It's a
on here
year.
from
It's a
forever
year.
ago. Is it
No,
a
no,
year?
they'll show forever, but they don't actually impact you. If you go look at the actual number that are impacting you, it will be different from the full amount you see there.
Right. So how do they disappear? They will disappear. Is that what you're telling me?
They will stop affecting you. They will forever be there. But they
Why?
will stop affecting your
Why
score.
can't they take them
A
off?
lesson. It's like
They're-
you learn from
they
a
want you
lesson
to
and you no
remember-
longer have to pay for the lesson, but it's always
Remember,
you
remember
remember
the
it forever.
5th of November.
E for Vendetta.
And I got one that ticked me off because it's a big one and there's plenty of solds. I have a $350 amp CB radio that they took off. I'm like, what the heck? Amp for a CB
We have a weird-
radio.
We have a weird question from paulsmerch.com.
$395. Yeah.
It's here.
If your name wasn't Dave
Mm-hmm.
and you were interested in getting into card selling, non-sports, non-Pokemon,
Mm-hmm.
and had no experience, where would you begin? Why not Dave? Dave literally is doing this successfully. Like, what if you weren't the person who was doing it
Well,
successfully?
are they
Terry, what would
implying
do?
that you can get a following because you're Dave? Like
Disney?
you already have
Like
like a head
Lorcana?
start.
Yeah, but Paul's merch is Paul's merch.
true.
He owns the
It's true.
world.
He will determine
He's
if
bigger
we
than me.
make it
He
or not.
is-
So he's
sells
asking like how
all.
to get started selling that stuff.
I guess
successfully.
if you don't have my personality,
Well, he's
and
asking
my
what
face
would you
and my
sell,
voice.
not how to.
You could
'Cause he-
here's
he
what you sell,
listed
Paul. I'll be
non-sports,
serious.
not
Here's what you
Pokemon.
sell, Paul. And this is literally what Dave does. And I'm sorry if this is against what you were requesting, but it's applicable.
He doesn't want anything.
No,
I'm
but my
doing.
point is, you're selling exactly what you dig. How many times have I told you, Dave, do Pokemon? You have the personality to get
I hate
huge in
Pokemon.
Pokemon because that's a huge niche for videos and stuff, and you
If
don't
you don't
want to do
like
it.
it, don't do it.
So you have to find what you're
don't like it.
passionate about, and sometimes the more nichey, the more richy you get. You know what I mean?
If I did Pokemon, it would be a job,
Yep.
Exactly.
and I'm not looking for a
Amen.
job.
That's the same thing. That's what I feel about VHS and VCRs. Like I don't want a job.
That's why, like, I have
Yeah.
these cards. I did this massive card buy. I'm not a card guy, but I've got tons. I haven't even touched that sport. I've got sealed boxes of sports, and they're not worth that much. But the stuff I pulled out was all 80s, Indiana Jones, Disney, Simpsons, Lion
fun
King. I
stuff.
like that, right? And I'm going to sell
it's the
that off,
fun
and I'll
stuff,
probably not buy it unless something presents itself again. But that's my niche anyways. It just happens to be cards as opposed to, action figures or plush.
Well, that's kind of how Dave got
I
into
like
it. He
that
just
stuff.
found like stuff he liked, and there were cards about it.
Yeah, Stranger
Yeah.
Things,
Granny
Twilight
Square
Zone.
cards. That's what we need.
But
be cool.
but if he's asking
Tupperware.
if he's asking how do you sell them, you have to learn. That's what so I'll say this. I went to the card show and I was like, I'm gonna do what Carrie does. I'm gonna look in the dollar boxes and I'm gonna try to find stuff that's worth more. I have like 3% of the knowledge required to do that successfully at this point, without just sitting there with my phone and scanning everything.
That's what
And
you
I
do at
just
stuff.
wasn't enjoying it. So instead, I was like, I'm gonna speed run every
only
table
way-
and buy every sealed.
I'm
Marvel
being
product
serious,
I
and
can
this is
find.
Regular
applicable for
reselling?
This is applicable for reselling too. The only way you can really be successful at this is just love it and be super interested in it. That's whether
Immerse
you're
yourself in
you
it.
have like
Videos.
cards, video games, any type of reselling. You have
No,
to immerse
videos.
yourself.
Watch them.
Oh yeah, have them on.
I mean, I've
I have
learned
videos
so much
on for
from
sports
watching
cards
videos.
and reselling, but mostly sports cards at this point on constantly learning. And then I'm talking to Tim, and Tim sending me a text message that, so and so, what's his name, Jacob Maris or whatever just got called up, and I know I have a card of his because he was talking about him last week. So like I'm paying attention to what's happening, and you can do that within.
I
a
learned
niche.
from
Yeah,
all
a
those
lot of
guys,
it
man.
is.
For regular
Yeah.
stuff, I can't tell you. I mean, I'm no glass expert, but 5 years, 6-7 years ago, I'd have walked past a swung vase. Right?
Yeah.
You just slowly immerse yourself in that community, watch the videos, talk to people, get involved.
We are.
and you just pick up little bits over and over again.
I do feel
We're in the
like
golden era
cards
where
are one of
information
those-
is easily accessible and available for that any niche.
To do cards at the level that Tim and Carrie do it, like you have to put a lot of attention and effort towards it, more so than maybe hard goods. I think with like hard goods, it's a lot
Definitely.
easier to
Oh, yeah.
learn a bunch of like base hard.
There's so many
goods. With
people who
cards,
have
you to
asked me
a lot of
questions, and
understanding.
it's like the only answer at a certain point is just you have to go do it and probably suck at it for a
Yeah.
while, and then find out
it's
if you like doing it.
in the regular reselling world a lot of times, but there's this too, name brands, Dave with clothing, right? It's like
clothing,
you
I
can
can't.
recognize name brands.
I sold a Coogie, whatever that is. I
Coogie,
got a
yeah,
lot
it's
of
like
money for
Coogie.
it. Yeah.
But then there's another layer on top of that where it's like, okay, this name brand, but this color block, this scheme, this whatever. There's layers to
There's
this
maybe
stuff
different
that make
fabrics.
you-
There's different.
yeah, it's like somebody says, "Oh, Ralph Lauren doesn't sell anymore." Well, okay, well these
It's-
plain polo shirts might not, but these things are going to sell like crazy. So it's more than
There's
just,
a million. Comic books is another
Yeah,
one.
oh.
Like
Yeah, somebody said to me today,
Yeah,
like
you just-
in it,
I'm
and they were
selling
talking
comics this
about
week
like
with
are base cards and
Pick it.
sports cards worthless? Should they just be thrown in, gotten rid of it? I'm like, not. There's 100,000 ways to make money selling sports cards, and you can make money off base cards. Whether you want to put in the effort or do the work it would take to do that and be successful at it, it's a whole different question. So you can make money selling low end stuff, whatever it is on eBay, high end stuff, everything in between, bread and butter items. You can do everything.
not this.
What I was trying to say to Paul's
Yeah.
merch is if you don't want to get hugely invested in it, probably just
Yeah.
don't do it.
Well, listen,
I agree.
yeah,
Don't do it unless you
when
are.
it comes to cards. When it
When
comes to
cards, I would say I agree with you. Anybody, if you're not super interested and willing to devote like 6 months to a year in deep research and learning and losing some money probably, then I wouldn't even bother because that's just to
Well,
get
here's what I did with
passable.
comics. Because I don't know comics at all. And I've got this pile of comics. And I just went through, and with my very rudimentary knowledge, I was like, okay, these are all going on commons, right? And I might have screwed up. And I know there's a few pick-a-breeze flippers, grabbed a couple that are really good. And then I made another stack. I don't want to learn this stuff. So I'm like, hey, Pick in Paradise, I'm going to go on with you. I don't have to know anything. I'm going on with him.
There's the thing.
I'm just going to put them up.
That's
Here
what a
you
good
go.
picker does, Kevin. Is like there's levels of knowledge that you can go up, and you can choose which branch to strengthen and go up farther in. Like we know enough, like Dave, when you learned about comics a couple years ago, like you learned if
Yeah.
it says
I knew enough to be dangerous.
You just need to know enough to be dangerous.
12
If
cents.
it says 12 cents. It's probably and it's $1.
Probably a
Don't
buy.
even look it up. If it's $5, maybe look it up. I mean, with sports cards, if you see something from the 1950s and it's a quarter, they just freaking throw it in a box and
How
don't
much
worry
you know,
about it.
Dave? I got a stack over there. I need somebody. You know what I did? I took pictures of all of them and I put it in like a collage, and I'm gonna post it. And I'm gonna be like, "Does anybody
Kevin.
see anything on here worth any money?"
Just,
Not a bad idea,
just
honestly.
Go to download the app, and I'll tell everyone this is good information. There's an app. It's not hard. There's an app called Key Collector. Okay, this isn't going to give you exact values, but what you can do when you get Key Collector is you can type the name of the comic book, Fantastic Four, and
It'll tell you
you've
the
got
key, and then
you've
that's
got
what you find.
issue 36 ahead of you, in front of you. You scroll down, it'll only show you the keys. If 36 is not listed, it's not a bad comic, but it's not a big value key. It's not something. And what key means is that it has a key moment in comic book history in it, like the first appearance of Black Panther, right? And some keys are worth a ton. And Carrie, you did mute yourself. I don't think you did on purpose, but you did mute yourself. I just wanted to know that.
There's a lot of nuance to that
so
too, though, because like
useful.
even if it's not a key, there still could be valuable. Because imagine you Secret Wars from the 1980s. There's I think one comic within it that's super valuable. But say you have the whole run, which is like a 13 comic book miniseries. Then you have a lot. You have a complete series, a complete run of comic books.
But here's what you
like,
find
you can do a lot of different
Here's what
things.
you find a lot with collectors, and this is I've seen this 100 times, right? You go to a guy who's got a ton of comics, and he's got them. He's so good. He loves his comics so much that they're in order. I've seen this so many times, Carrie, and you've seen it probably with card sets, right? And you go through, and he's like, okay, I got Fantastic Four 20, 21, 22, 23, no 25, 26, 27, 28, 20, no 30. And then you go to Key Collector, and guaranteed, those ones that are missing are the keys. You can just
last
not waste
year,
your time and leave.
I got an example for cards.
You can
That
just not
happens
waste your
with
time and
sets
leave.
all the time. Like I found a 1988 Topps football set, which is Bo Jackson's rookie year. That's like a $10 or $15 card. Guess which card was missing in the set?
The Bo Jackson rookie.
All the cards were there, except the Bo Jackson rookie, if I recall. Yeah, and I think I had to order one. So, yeah, that's they will take those out.
I went.
So that's why it's useful. That's why the app is useful, because at least it gives you some idea of, like, first of all, do they know what they have, which, you know, you kind of want them to not know.
You also
and it just gives you an idea of what to look for.
And if you're a live seller, knowing your audience, that's the beauty of eBay. You don't have to necessarily have I know my audience is not a comic book audience. Like, for instance, we made these ball markers. Uncle Steve sold tons of them already, and I've sold 4. I don't have a golf audience, right? And so when I looked at these comics, the ones I pulled out to sell are going to be. They're not going to be
very valuable.
Yeah, but that's a very important thing that Kevin's saying. As you do more live auctions in particular, I sell Cincinnati Reds cards really, really well because Laura, and then we got Ryan. I got people that come to my auctions often that collect Cincinnati Reds cards.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, he's doing the pop culture
Darkwing
stuff.
Duck.
Yeah.
The Jetsons. I mean, this is I don't. They're not worth a ton, obviously. But, you know, you put 2, 3, 4 up at a time. You know, who wouldn't want a Jetsons
I have
comic,
sold,
right? 'Cause
Kevin.
that's my audience.
I have sold 1,500 comics in the last 8 days. Okay, and here's what I would do. I would run. So I had a lot of Archie. I had a lot of Disney.
I got Archie in here. I got
And
tons
I
of
would
Disney.
try the Archie and Disney, and sometimes I'd get no bids.
Yeah,
but then I would bring it back into the. So then I do some Marvel, and the Marvel's getting bids, so I run more Marvel, right? And then the Marvel's not doing well, so I run the Archie again, and I get a bid, and someone's in there, and they unlock cheap shipping and buy an Archie for $2. I then ran every freaking Archie I could find, because I've got someone in there who likes Archie, and they've already got cheap shipping, and so, like, you just kind of play it by the audience, so you give them what they want, and that seemed to be very successful. I sold 400. I spent 400 on 1,500 comics, and I brought in about $2,100.
Oh, look at you, Scrooge.
Nice. So, Carrie, that's an average of about $1.30 a comic for, you know, and there were some good ones and some bad ones in there, but knowing now, like, if I can find good condition comics, because they were very good condition, and that's a lot. I mean, I saw a bunch of comics at that card show yesterday, and they were horrible condition. I couldn't buy them. But if they're in good condition and I can get comics for 15 cents, I will do it, because I can make money on them.
Well, I converted.
Here's the beauty.
And I don't need a ton of knowledge to
I'm
do
way
that.
in the profit. I don't have a dime into these things, so I'm just gonna give
Yeah.
good deals. I mean, there's cool stuff. Friggin', I'm not valuable. Looney Tunes, Jurassic Park.
So what are you going to do? $1 for one, or 2 for 2?
I'm gonna do
That's what
2
I
at a
did.
time, and if it doesn't sell, honestly, I might just reshuffle them back in, or I might just add a similar one. If it's, you know, Looney Tunes, I might just throw another. If it's Disney, I might throw another Disney in there and get it 3, 4, 5. I don't care.
I did 2 for 2, and then if they weren't working, I'd do 5 for 5, right? Because it's weird, but every now and then, and this happens so many times, I would run 2 for 2, no one would bid, I would add 2 more, run it for 2, and it would sell for 5.
And there's also just.
So I would take 4 that didn't sell
Yeah.
for $1 a piece, and they would sell for more than $1 a piece by putting 4 together. It's a weird.
And things ebb and
Mindset. I don't know.
flow. Every show's
Did
different.
you know
too.
Ariel
Yeah.
had weed worries? Yeah, weed worries.
Oh, weed worries.
Anyway, that's what I'm gonna
Mermaid
do. I'm
has
just gonna
weed
have fun
worries.
with it. There's not a ton of value, but there's some that have some, and I'm just like, I don't care.
It makes sense
care
because she's
less.
not even used to having legs. So if all of a sudden, anyways, Trash to Cash meetup this winter in Florida says I love vintage, or maybe hold your own swap meet flea market in Florida, a weekend where sellers bring their death piles to sell and buy from others too.
I've
Nice
thought
excuse
about
to
doing that
escape the cold.
here at the 100 Mile.
Yeah. We've talked about doing it where I did my container
Do you know?
sale.
Do you know there?
Having
You know
other
what would
people
do
bring
really
their
well
stuff.
video wise? That you, I don't know if you guys have thought of. This happens a lot in the sports card world. They have people like somebody like me. I could do this and probably be successful at it. They'd get a booth, a table at a card show, and then they just negotiate deals and they film it and they get very popular. I feel like if somebody with a following just had a flea market booth and only filmed the negotiations, not like everything in between and you finding stuff, but just one
As a
negotiation
seller?
after another, and then you just
As a
cut it
seller?
up as a seller instead of as a buyer.
Craigslist Hunter.
Craigslist
Like
Hunter.
Craigslist Hunter.
Wait a minute. So this is the
at
exact
a flea
idea
market.
I said the other day. That's exactly what I said I wanted to do, and have people come to me, and you guys
Yeah.
both trashed
Yeah.
me for it.
No, I like the idea I just
No, we
came
didn't
up with
trash
though.
you. No, we didn't trash you. We just said, yeah, you want to rip off your viewers.
Yeah, no, you didn't want to do it for the right reasons.
That's not trashing the idea. It's just trolling you.
I'm not talking about viewers. I'm just talking about locals. I
No,
like
it's a
these
good idea.
Darkwing Duck ones.
Well, it's
Look at that. There you go. But I got some Marvel and stuff in here too. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I look kind of old actually.
Ooh.
Look at that. Cool. Anyway, I'll stop. But I'm excited about it. I'm going live. I don't know when with Picking Paradise down there because I thought about calling up Breeze Flipper too, but maybe next time.
Okay, so Fishboxer said, I guess you may realize when you put a bunch of shorts, auctions, and card pull videos on your channel, if people don't watch them, it pushes your channel down in their favorites. Trash to Cash was at the top. Now it's 20 because I don't watch the shorts. Commonwealth Flipper is at the top because I watch every video it puts out. Dave's channel has also sold down my subscribe list, even though I watch all his regular reselling videos. Yeah, I mean, it hasn't affected Trash to Cash as a whole, as far as views or revenue or anything
Matter of
like
fact,
that.
we had
I
one
think
of our
shorts
best
work
videos
really
a couple
well.
weeks ago.
Yeah, it hasn't
I think
really
the best
affected
part
it.
about the shorts
I
is
don't think a
watching
lot of
them.
people
I get a
use that
kick
tool.
out of a lot of them.
I don't think people use the tool really of like the channel's favorite channels or whatever. Like I don't.
I've
use
never
that.
looked
I
at
just,
that in my
I
life.
just search for the channel.
I haven't either,
So
but
I don't
now I'm
know.
intrigued. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
I'm
mine
intrigued to
are.
look into that.
I would be scared
As far
to
as
see
my
what Dave's are.
ADH Dave flips, if you compare the views when I do a video to when I did a year ago, they all get more views than they did.
I
a
did
year
with
ago.
my cards
I just
channel.
Don't do as many videos.
With my cards channel, I did shorts and full length videos from the very beginning, same day, and they don't really affect one
Yeah.
another at all.
There's way more.
It
wild
did hurt my
swings.
picker channel. It did hurt my picker channel, but it doesn't really hurt my flipper channel. I think it's the type of content. I think content,
Well,
the type
listen.
of content makes a big difference.
My shorts channel is going nuts. I'm gonna hit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get. It won't be long, and I'll have 1 million views a month on that shorts channel. But it's
Wow.
totally separate. Totally. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
I get people in there saying, "Why are you ripping off Kevin's video?" Whatever. I'm like, dude, this is me over here.
That is an epidemic of people stealing
it
each
is
other's
yeah.
videos, isn't
I
it?
get
Son
that.
of a-
There's on
It's
Facebook, I think
ridiculous.
at least one fake me that's churning out videos.
Quirky Picker Chad, Quirky Picker Chad said, any of you ever come up with an idea for an app but never do anything about it, then later someone else made it? Yes.
Hey, what's the
OnlyFans.
deal now with these
OnlyFans was
apps?
my idea, like way back
Can't
in the
you
day.
just
I'm
get
like,
AI to make you an app now, Dave?
Yes, there is some
So
stuff.
come up
to
with a
have
good
AI
idea.
make
I'll
it.
throw a little change.
Can maybe
at you.
can maybe District do it and make an app for Android? That'd be nice.
here it is.
Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be a
Let's call
thing?
it I'm just gonna give it away. The Death Pile app, right?
Maybe we should do it.
It's a subscription service, and every month you get a $200 box of merchandise that we can't sell. The Death Pile box.
Dude,
Rad Relics will sign up.
no, y'all.
Cowtown
Shame.
Picker says, I have had items listed in the Dibdit 8, is that what we call our markets now, for a while, and no static sales yet.
Well,
I
if
know
you
it's better
listen
to do
to this
lives
channel-
than static, but you're going to interrupt the viewers now too, Kevin? You're that level of rude?
We apologize, folks.
But sorry, Cowtown Picker. Kevin is out of control.
I say it all.
I know
the
it's
time
better
on my
to.
stuff.
Again.
Go ahead.
I know it's
Again.
I know it's better to. I know it's better to do lives than static, but have not made the jump. Would you consider going to my store and giving it a critique, or roasting and giving recommendations on how to improve my Dibdit store? Would you consider that, Kevin? Go ahead and say your piece.
I'll just give my advice. Right now in our marketplaces, you're not going to see a ton of static sales. You're just not. I don't recommend people be like, oh, I'm going to move my whole store. It's just not worth it. What I do personally is if I list it on a Dibdit marketplace, that's the only place it is, and it fits that marketplace perfectly, and the price is right, and that's it. And so I only have maybe 30, no, not even that listed. Now, I will say on Commons, there's a lot more static sales than there are on the other marketplaces. So that's a different animal. But I would not personally spend a whole lot of time, if it doesn't fit that marketplace perfectly, putting listings up there. I just wouldn't. It's like Whatnot, right? Whatnot didn't have that at the beginning. Now it's starting to grow a little bit. You know, we're not there on the static sales, but I do see static sales come through. Sometimes big ones.
Yeah, it's like, so right now I would say like the number one static sales are Commons. Number two is probably Kitchen Market.
Yeah.
Because we do sell like some static on there and not many lives, but the rest of them have very few
I use Dibdit.
Although Steve sold his golf thing for hundreds,
Yeah,
right?
he did sell that over there. And I think the social media part of it does play, you know, if you have, you know, share that thing out there.
Yeah.
You can also do coupon codes now and stuff if you have any.
If I make a
following
deal with
also.
somebody, buy it now, I usually just send them to buy it on Dibdit cards because I'm usually doing card
I do
deals.
that.
Yeah.
I do that. Yeah, I'll like
My fees are
negotiate a
less
deal
there,
and
but
just
most
post a
people's
listing on
fees are
Dibdit.
less than eBay as well. So you could just send them there with the link and give them the $5
Yeah.
off code if you have that as well. And
That way you got a little protection as well. But yeah, I would not like systematically be listing maybe if you have cross listing at some point that's connected to this where it's automated, then maybe. You know, rarer items tend to sell more.
yeah, I probably I
Neon
agree.
Penguin says, does Carrie have a referral code for penny sleeves or top loaders? I bought things from Kevin's links and Dave's, and I want to use Carrie's
I
link.
might have an Ultra Pro thing I forgot about. I don't know.
I need to get my
don't
link to
at the
list
moment.
easier down in this.
We're working on
I've
some
lost
deals
my
with
code.
no bangers though, so I might have something in the next couple months.
Mm-hmm.
That's America's favorite sports card podcast, by the way, guys. Allegedly.
Why don't we have sponsors on here? Like we need to get like.
Yeah, I don't know why. We should
Dave,
honestly.
come on,
We
get
need.
your guy
Can
going.
AI make us one of those media packets or whatever?
We need to get like 3 times the views basically to get that.
Yeah, we don't have enough views, really. I mean, we could, if we went and pursued some companies and said, hey, this is the value add, we could do it, I'm sure. But I don't know, like, what is, I mean, we definitely do have a value add. It's, we add by subtraction, right? We
They've
You wanna see who really likes your
ripping on
product?
the people who sponsor us.
Yeah.
I'm painfully honest in my reviews of products, so just having a perfect product, and I won't give you a hard time.
Measure.
That's all I
measure.
ask. Perfection.
Measure how much bubble wrap efficiently and effectively, and you'll be good.
Anything before we end the show,
Well,
Kevin?
I just thought Kerry would be proud. He likes bobbleheads, and
Yes.
if he saw a John Gruden bobblehead, he'd probably pick it up. And I sold one for decent.
Hey, Paul. Paul'sMerch.com. Were you first today? Did you get the first comment? You get the first comment like 80% of the time, and I respect that. You're a motivated person. Paul'sMerch.com. Thank you for that. And you need some motivation. You pay for the motivational tier here with Carrie. And good for you. I'm a motivational savant, a guru. This is what I'm born to do. I'm going to look you dead in the eye, Paul, and say, first off, to motivate, you need to know this. To motivate, you need to be encouraging, and you need to let people know how well they're doing. You're doing wonderfully. You're doing great. But there's a couple areas in which you can improve. You should be the second comment as well. Have you thought about that? Expand. You're the first and the second comment. I'm looking forward to that. I hope you're motivated. Go list something on eBay if Krylov allows you to, or go list something wherever you can. Obviously, list on eBay everywhere. We'd love to see you do well. Lady arbitrage. Sometimes when I need to get motivated, you know what I hear off in the distance? I hear this, and I think it's going to motivate you. Quack. 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 Everybody with me? Quack. From your computers. Quack. From your TV sets. Quack. At the doctor's office. Quack. If you're doing surgery or something, listening to this, focus on the surgery, but quack. You can still quack probably. Quack. 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 Remember this, Don. Ducks fly together. You can do it. Please. eBay, Tiquity, just everything. You're doing awesome. Keep it up. You can do it. I don't know what to say. You're doing great. Wonderful job. Hey, Mike Metco. Bring it in. Closer. 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 Look, you're doing a great job, man. Everybody appreciates what you're doing. Everybody thinks you're a wonderful person, a wonderful picker, a great member of this community. But I want you to know, when you put everything on the table, it's probably going to break. Tables aren't built for everything. Just put the stuff you need on the table and focus on that. Focus on just the most important stuff on the table. Let's lay that out on the table. And I want you to go in order of priority, because I think this is what you're supposed to do. What's most important? And then you say, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to post on eBay. That's what you should do. Post on eBay. Post on Dibdit. Post everywhere. Post on, what else can you, Postmates? You could do Postmates. You need extra cash as well. But all I'm saying is the world is your oyster. You know, don't chuck yourself. Good luck. Hey, Gem Flipper. Not J-I-M, but G-E-M, like a hidden gem. And that is what you are, my friend. You are a hidden gem that's out in the open. You're an open gem for everyone to see, shining bright like a diamond. Oh, we oh, as they once said. Back when I was in probably still college, it was a really, really popular song. I think it got to #1 on the Billboard for at least 12 weeks. Very popular song, Diamonds, Rihanna, if you guys don't know. But I was told that you want me to motivate you. And one thing about motivation is it comes from within, right? So I want you to close your eyes. I want you to visualize with me. I'm going to close my eyes as well. All right. We're on a path towards our goals, our dreams. There's distractions on the side. There's like ice cream. There are, race cars. There's baseball cards in my case, but I'm making a business out of it. I'm doing good at it. And I want you to push away those distractions and focus on the goal. And you know what you want to do when you see that goal? Do you? I hope you do. I hope you figured it out. I don't know. But just try. Try hard. If you're not trying hard, try harder. If you're trying really hard right now, maybe you need to scale back. Maybe that's what you need. Scale back so that you can refocus and use your third eye, which is a thing, right? Third Eye Blind is a band. Motorcycle Drive-By. I digress. You can do it. I know you can. Sit with me.